The Handbook of Love. Do not wait for the world to change. Be the change you want to see. Embracing love. A path to personal and global transformation. In a world yearning for deeper connection and healing, love emerges as the guiding light. Not the romanticized ideal, but love in its purest essence, a force that transcends boundaries and unites us in compassion and understanding. This manual invites you to rediscover love's transformative power, from nurturing self-love to fostering universal compassion. It's a practical guide to cultivating love in your everyday life, healing past wounds, and creating a positive impact on the world. We'll explore love's true meaning, beyond societal norms and stereotypes, understanding how it can heal deep traumas, shift our perception of reality, and empower us to manifest our dreams. This is not just theory, it's a call to action. Challenge your limiting beliefs, open your heart, and commit to personal growth. Love is the essence of our existence and the key to a just, compassionate, and sustainable world. By embracing love in all its forms, we can heal ourselves, strengthen our relationships, and build a future filled with hope. Are you ready to embark on this journey? Are you willing to let love guide you to a more meaningful life? If so, delve into these pages and discover the transformative power of love in your own life. Chapter 1. What is love? Love is a word that resonates deep within our being, but what does it really mean? Love is often associated with romanticism, passion, and relationships. While these are important expressions of love, its essence goes far beyond that. In this chapter, we will explore the true meaning of love, transcending conventional definitions and delving into its profound and transformative nature. We will discover that love is not just a passing emotion, but a state of being, a way of life that connects us to our true essence and allows us to live in harmony with ourselves and the world around us. Beyond romanticism. Redefining love as acceptance, compassion, respect, and freedom. Romantic love, although beautiful and passionate, is often conditioned by expectations, attachments, and fears. It can be possessive, dependent, and painful when it is not reciprocated or lost. True love, on the other hand, transcends these limitations. Acceptance. True love involves a radical acceptance of ourselves and others, just as we are, with our virtues and defects. It does not seek to change or control, but to embrace reality with compassion and understanding. Compassion. Love allows us to feel the pain and joy of others as if they were our own. It impels us to act with kindness and generosity, seeking to alleviate suffering and promote the well-being of all beings. Respect. Love recognizes the inherent dignity and worth of every being. He invites us to treat others with consideration, kindness, and justice, honoring their freedom and autonomy. Freedom. True love does not seek to possess or control, but to liberate. It allows us to be ourselves, express ourselves authentically, and grow without fear of judgment or repression. Love as a state of being. Cultivating love as a way of life, not just a passing emotion. Love is not simply an emotion we feel at special times or towards certain people. It is a state of being, a way of life that we can cultivate and practice at every moment. By choosing love as our inner compass, we transform our perception of the world and our relationships. We become more aware of our actions and their consequences, and we seek to live according to our deepest values. Cultivating love as a state of being involves mindfulness. Being present in the moment, observing our thoughts and emotions without judging them. Gratitude. Appreciating the blessings in our lives and recognizing the interconnectedness of all things. Forgiveness. Freedom from resentment and pain through forgiveness of ourselves and others. Compassion. Practicing kindness and generosity toward all beings, including ourselves. Service. Finding ways to contribute to the well-being of our community and the planet. The different faces of love. Explore the various expressions of love, from self-love to universal love. Love manifests itself in many ways in our lives. From self-love and family love to romantic love, love of nature, and universal love, every expression of love enriches us and connects us to something greater than ourselves. Self-love. The foundation of all healthy relationships is love for ourselves. It implies accepting ourselves, taking care of ourselves and valuing ourselves, recognizing our dignity in our potential. Family love. The love we share with our family is a deep and lasting bond that provides us with support, security, and belonging. Romantic love. Romantic love is a passionate and exciting experience that connects us with another person on a deep level. Love of nature. Love of nature reminds us of our interconnectedness with the natural world and inspires us to protect and care for it. Universal love. Universal love transcends all boundaries and connects us to the divine essence that resides in all beings. It is an unconditional love that invites us to live in harmony and peace. Love, in all its forms, is a reflection of our divine essence. By cultivating self-love, nurturing our relationships, and extending our compassion toward the community and planet, we align with this essence and create a more harmonious and fulfilling world. Chapter 2. Love for oneself. Self-love is the fundamental foundation upon which we build all of our relationships and experiences in life. However, we often find it easier to love others than ourselves. We judge ourselves harshly, criticize ourselves, and punish ourselves for our mistakes and shortcomings. In this chapter, we will explore the importance of self-love and how to cultivate it in our lives. We will learn to accept ourselves unconditionally, heal our emotional wounds, and develop a healthy self-esteem based on love and compassion. Radical acceptance. Learning to love and accept ourselves as we are, with our virtues and defects. Radical acceptance is the first step toward self-love. It involves recognizing and embracing all the parts of ourselves, both those we like and those we do not. It is not about denying our flaws or pretending that they do not exist, but about accepting them as part of our humanity. When we resist certain parts of ourselves, we create an internal struggle that consumes our energy and prevents us from living fully. Radical acceptance frees us from this struggle and allows us to experience deep inner peace. Practicing radical acceptance involves non-judgmental observation. Paying attention to our thoughts, emotions, and behaviors without judging them as good or bad. Simply observe them with curiosity and acceptance. Compassion toward ourselves. Treating ourselves with the same kindness and understanding that we would offer to a loved one. Recognize that we all make mistakes and that we deserve love and forgiveness. Embrace our imperfection. Accept that we are imperfect human beings and that it is okay. We do not need to be perfect to be worthy of love and respect. Emotional healing. Identifying and healing past wounds that prevent us from loving ourselves fully. Many times, our difficulties in loving ourselves are rooted in emotional wounds from the past. Painful experiences, traumas, or internalized negative messages can create blockages that prevent us from experiencing self-love in its fullness. Emotional healing is a process that allows us to release these wounds and open ourselves to the possibility of loving ourselves more deeply and authentically. Implies. Acknowledge our wounds. Identify painful experiences from the past that still affect us and recognize how they have influenced our self-esteem and our relationship with ourselves. Express our emotions. Allow ourselves to feel and express the emotions associated with these wounds, whether through writing, art, therapy, or simply talking to someone you trust. Reframing our experiences. Changing the narrative we tell ourselves about ourselves and our past experiences. Instead of seeing ourselves as victims, we can find learning and strength in our experiences. Practice self-compassion. Offer ourselves the same understanding and support we would give to a friend who is going through a difficult time. Cultivating self-esteem. Developing healthy self-esteem based on self-love and self-compassion. Self-esteem is the value we have of ourselves, our value, and our ability to face life's challenges. Healthy self-esteem is based on self-love and self-compassion, not on comparison to others or external achievements. When we love ourselves, we recognize our intrinsic worth, regardless of our circumstances or accomplishments. We treat each other with kindness and respect, even when we make mistakes. We give ourselves permission to be imperfect and learn from our experiences. Self-compassion is an essential component of healthy self-esteem. It involves treating us with the same kindness and understanding that we would offer to a dear friend who is going through a difficult time. It allows us to accept our emotions, even painful ones, without judging ourselves. Cultivating healthy self-esteem takes practice and commitment. Here are some strategies that can help you. Identify your limiting beliefs. Pay attention to the negative thoughts you have about yourself. Do you tell yourself that you are not good enough, smart enough, or capable enough? Question these beliefs and look for evidence that contradicts them. Celebrate your achievements. Recognize and celebrate your successes, no matter how small. Give yourself permission to be proud of yourself. Practice self-compassion. When you make a mistake or face a challenge, treat yourself with kindness and understanding. Remember that we all make mistakes and that you are worthy of love and forgiveness. Surround yourself with positive people. Seek relationships with people who support and encourage you. Avoid those who criticize you or make you feel bad about yourself. Take care of yourself. Prioritize your physical, emotional, and mental well-being. Eat healthy foods, exercise regularly, get enough sleep, and make time for activities you enjoy. Remember that cultivating healthy self-esteem is an ongoing process. There will be days when you feel safer and others when you feel more vulnerable. The important thing is to be kind to yourself along the way and remember that you are worthy of love and respect, no matter what else. The power of forgiveness. Forgiving ourselves and others to free ourselves from resentment and pain. Forgiveness is an act of release that allows us to let go of the resentment, anger, and pain that bind us to the past. Forgiving does not mean forgetting or justifying the actions of others, but choosing to free ourselves from the emotional weight that prevents us from moving forward. Forgiving ourselves is equally important. We all make mistakes, and holding on to guilt and shame only causes us suffering. By forgiving ourselves, we give ourselves the opportunity to learn from our experiences and move forward with compassion and understanding. Forgiveness is a process that takes time and effort. It can be especially difficult to forgive someone who has hurt us deeply or to forgive ourselves for mistakes we consider unforgivable. However, forgiveness is a powerful tool to heal our emotional wounds and free us from the past. Here are some strategies that can help you cultivate forgiveness. Acknowledge your emotions. Allow yourself to feel the anger, hurt, or resentment you may be experiencing. Do not try to suppress your emotions but observe them with acceptance and curiosity. Understand the other's perspective. Try to put yourself in the shoes of the person who hurt you. What might have led them to act that way? What circumstances or experiences may have influenced their behavior? Practice empathy. Recognize that we are all human and make mistakes. Try to look at the other person with compassion and understanding, remembering that we all have our own struggles and challenges. Choose to forgive. Forgiveness is a conscious choice. Decide to release resentment and pain and focus on the present and the future. Let go of the past. Do not hold on to the wounds of the past. Forgive from the heart and allow love and compassion to flow into your life. Remember that forgiveness is a gift you give to yourself. By forgiving, you free yourself from the weight of the past and open yourself up to the possibility of living a fuller, happier life. Chapter 3. Love in Relationships. Love is the foundation of every healthy and meaningful human relationship. Our connections with others, whether family, friendly, or romantic, are nurtured and flourish when they are rooted in love. However, cultivating love relationships is not always easy. It requires effort, commitment, and a willingness to grow and learn together. In this chapter, we will explore how love manifests itself in our relationships and how we can cultivate it to create deeper, more authentic connections. We will learn how to communicate consciously, practice empathy and connection, resolve conflicts constructively, and set healthy boundaries. Conscious communication. Learning to communicate honestly, openly, and respectfully. Communication is the lifeblood of any relationship. It is through communication that we express our thoughts, feelings, and needs, and that we listen to and understand others. However, communication can be challenging, especially when emotions are involved or when there are differences of opinion. Mindful communication involves going beyond words and paying attention to all aspects of the interaction, including body language, tone of voice, and underlying emotions. It is about speaking from the heart, with honesty and vulnerability, and listening with attention and empathy. Some key principles of conscious communication are: honesty. Expressing our thoughts and feelings authentically, without hiding or distorting the truth. Openness. Being willing to listen to others' perspectives, even if they are different from our own. Respect. Treat others with dignity and consideration, avoiding judgments and destructive criticism. Clarity. Express ourselves clearly and directly, avoiding ambiguities and misunderstandings. Empathy. Trying to understand the other's perspective and validate their feelings, even if we disagree with them. Empathy and connection. Cultivate the ability to put ourselves in the other person's shoes and understand their feelings and needs. Empathy is the ability to understand and share the feelings of others. It is the ability to put ourselves in the place of others, to see the world through their eyes and to feel what they feel. Empathy is essential to building loving and meaningful relationships, as it allows us to connect with others on a deep and authentic level. When we practice empathy, we let go of our own judgments and prejudices and open ourselves up to the experience of the other. We listen carefully, observe their body language, and strive to understand their motivations and needs. Empathy allows us to validate the feelings of the other, even if we disagree with their perspective. Cultivating empathy takes practice and mindful attention. Here are some strategies that can help you. Active listening. Pay full attention to what the other person is saying, both verbally and non-verbally. Avoid interrupting or judging and ask open-ended questions to show your interest and understanding. Emotional validation. Acknowledge and validate the other's feelings, even if you do not share them. Let the person know that you understand how they feel and that their emotions are important. Perspective. Try to see the situation from the other person's point of view. What experiences or beliefs may influence their perspective? How would you feel in their shoes? Curiosity. Ask open-ended and honest questions to better understand each other's experience. Avoid making assumptions or jumping to conclusions. Compassion. Offer support and understanding, even if you do not have all the answers. Sometimes, simply being present and listening can be the most powerful way to show empathy. Genuine connection comes from empathy. When we connect with others on an emotional level, we create bonds of trust, intimacy, and mutual support. Connection allows us to feel seen, heard, and understood, which is essential for our emotional well-being and for the flourishing of our relationships. Conflict resolution. Learn to handle disagreements constructively, seeking solutions that benefit both parties. Conflicts are inevitable in any relationship. They arise when there are differences of opinion, needs, or expectations. However, how we handle conflict can make the difference between a relationship that grows stronger and one that weakens. Constructive conflict resolution involves approaching disagreements with respect, honesty, and a willingness to find solutions that benefit both parties. It is about seeking common ground, rather than trying to win or impose our will. Some strategies for handling conflict constructively include: open and honest communication. Express our feelings and needs clearly and directly, avoiding blame or criticism. Active listening. Paying attention to the other's perspective and trying to understand their concerns and needs. Focus on solutions. Look for creative solutions that meet the needs of both parties, rather than focusing on who is right or who is wrong. Commitment. Being willing to compromise on some points and find a balance between our needs and those of the other. Forgiveness. If necessary, be willing to forgive and let go of resentment in order to move forward in the relationship. Healthy boundaries. Setting clear and respectful boundaries in our relationships to protect our emotional well-being. Boundaries are essential in any healthy relationship. They allow us to protect our personal space, our needs, and our emotional well-being. Without clear boundaries, we may feel invaded, exhausted, or even manipulated. Setting healthy boundaries involves: know your needs. Identify what you need to feel safe, respected, and valued in your relationships. What behaviors or situations make you feel uncomfortable or violate your values? Communicate your boundaries. Express your boundaries clearly and directly to the people involved. Do not assume that others automatically know what you need or what bothers you. Be firm and consistent. Maintain your boundaries firmly and consistently. Do not give in to pressure or manipulation. Remember that you have the right to protect your emotional well-being. Respect others' boundaries. Just as it is important to set your own boundaries, it is also critical to respect others' boundaries. Listen carefully to their needs and avoid crossing their personal lines. Flexibility. Boundaries are not static, they can change over time or depending on the situation. Be willing to renegotiate your boundaries, if necessary, always maintaining open and honest communication. Setting healthy boundaries can be challenging, especially if we are used to pleasing others or avoiding conflict. However, it is essential to cultivate relationships based on mutual respect and true love. When we set clear and respectful boundaries, we give ourselves permission to take care of ourselves and protect our emotional energy. This allows us to be present in our relationships in more authentic and loving ways. Chapter 4. Love for the community and the planet. Love is not limited to our personal relationships. It transcends the boundaries of the individual and extends into the community and the planet we inhabit. In this chapter, we will explore how love can manifest on a broader level, through service, contribution, caring for the environment, and building a more just and compassionate world. Service and contribution. Finding ways to serve our community and contribute to the collective well-being. Love impels us to look beyond our own needs and to recognize the interdependence we share with others. Community service is a tangible expression of this love, a way to give back and contribute to the collective well-being. Service can take many forms, from volunteering with local organizations to small acts of kindness toward our neighbors and fellow citizens. It is not about making big sacrifices or dedicating all our time to others, but about finding meaningful ways to share our talents and resources to make a positive difference in the world. Some ideas to serve your community. Volunteer your time and skills with an organization that supports a cause you are passionate about. Participate in community projects that improve the quality of life in your neighborhood. Help your neighbors, especially those who may need extra support, such as the elderly or disabled. Donate to charities that work to alleviate suffering and promote social justice. Be a good citizen, respecting the laws, and participating in the democratic process. Community service not only benefits others, but it also enriches ourselves. It allows us to connect with people from different backgrounds and experiences, develop new skills, and feel part of something bigger than ourselves. Service reminds us that we are all in this together and that each of us has an important role to play in creating a better world. Care for the environment. Recognize our interconnectedness with nature and act responsibly to protect the planet. Love is not limited to our human relationships. It also extends to the planet we inhabit, Earth, our common home. Caring for the environment is an essential expression of love, a recognition of our interdependence with nature, and a shared responsibility to protect and preserve it for future generations. The earth provides us with everything we need to live: clean air, fresh water, nutritious food, and natural beauty. However, our irresponsible actions are jeopardizing this delicate balance. Pollution, deforestation, climate change and biodiversity loss threaten the health of the planet and our very survival. Love for the earth calls us to act with awareness and responsibility. It implies recognizing that we are part of nature, not owners of it, and that our decisions have a direct impact on the well-being of the planet and all beings that inhabit it. Some ways to express our love for the earth. Reduce, reuse, and recycle. Minimize our consumption of resources, reuse products wherever possible and recycle materials to reduce the amount of waste we generate. Conserve energy and water. Use renewable energy sources, turn off lights and appliances when we are not using them, and reduce our water consumption. Support sustainable agriculture. Choose food that is sustainably produced, that respects the environment and promotes biodiversity. Protect natural ecosystems. Support the conservation of forests, oceans, and other ecosystems vital to the health of the planet. Educate and inspire others. Share information about caring for the environment and motivate others to take action. Caring for the environment is not only a matter of survival, but also an expression of love and gratitude towards the earth. By protecting our planet, we are protecting our home and ensuring a sustainable future for all forms of life. Global compassion. Extending our compassion to all people and living beings, regardless of their origin or condition. Compassion is the ability to feel the pain of others and desire to relieve it. It is a natural extension of love, which impels us to connect with the suffering of other beings and to act with kindness and generosity. Global compassion invites us to transcend borders and divisions, recognizing the shared humanity that unites us all. In an increasingly interconnected world, global compassion is more important than ever. It allows us to recognize that the suffering of one person or community anywhere in the world affects us all. It calls us to act with solidarity and empathy, seeking solutions that promote justice and equity for all. Global compassion involves: recognize interconnectedness. Understand that we are all connected and that our actions have an impact on the world around us. Open our hearts. Let go of prejudices and stereotypes and see each person as a human being worthy of love and respect. Feeling the pain of the other. Allowing ourselves to feel the suffering of others, without closing ourselves off or ignoring it. Desire to alleviate suffering. To have a genuine desire to help others and to contribute to a more just and compassionate world. Act kindly. Take concrete steps to alleviate suffering, whether through donations, volunteering, or simply offering a kind word. Global compassion is not limited to human beings. It also extends to animals and nature as a whole. Acknowledging the suffering of other species and acting to protect them is an essential expression of love and compassion. Building a fairer world. Working together to create a society based on equity, justice, and inclusion. Love calls us to build a world where everyone has the opportunity to live a dignified and fulfilling life. A world where equity, justice, and inclusion are the fundamental pillars of our society. Building a fairer world involves: challenge inequalities. Recognize and challenge the structures and systems that perpetuate discrimination, poverty, and injustice. Promote equal opportunity. Work to ensure that all people have access to education, health care, housing, and other basic resources. Celebrate diversity. Value and respect cultural, ethnic, religious, and gender differences. Fostering inclusion. Creating spaces where all people feel welcomed, valued, and respected. Act justly. Stand up for the rights of the marginalized and fight oppression and discrimination. Building a more just world requires a collective effort. We all have a role to play, from small, everyday actions to participating in social movements and advocating for public policies that promote equity and justice. By working together with love and compassion, we can create a world where all beings can flourish and live in harmony. Chapter 5. Love as a transformative force. Love is not just a pleasant feeling or a passing emotion. It is a powerful force that has the potential to transform our lives in profound and lasting ways. Love can heal emotional wounds, change our perception of the world, and create a new reality based on connection, compassion, and peace. In this chapter, we will explore the transformative power of love and how we can harness it to heal trauma, change our perception, and create a more positive future for ourselves and the world. Trauma healing. Explore how love can help us heal emotional and physical traumas. Traumas, whether emotional or physical, can leave deep scars on our being. They can affect our self-esteem, our relationships, and our ability to enjoy life. However, love has the power to heal these wounds and help us regain our wholeness and well-being. Love gives us safety and support. Love creates a safe space where we can feel protected and supported, which is essential for healing past traumas. Connection and belonging. Love connects us to others and reminds us that we are not alone in our pain. Human connection can be a powerful balm for emotional wounds. Validation and understanding. Love allows us to feel seen, heard, and understood. This helps us process our emotions and integrate our traumatic experiences. Self-compassion. Love teaches us to treat each other with kindness and understanding, even when we are suffering. Self-compassion is essential for healing emotional wounds and cultivating resilience. Love can manifest itself in many ways in the process of healing trauma. Self-love. Learning to love and accept ourselves, even with our wounds and vulnerabilities. Love in relationships. Receiving love and support from friends, family, or therapists who provide us with a safe space to heal. Love through therapeutic practices. Use therapies based on love and compassion, such as person-centered therapy or acceptance and commitment therapy, to process trauma and develop healthy coping skills. Love through spiritual connection. Finding comfort and strength in a spiritual connection or faith practice that gives us meaning and purpose. Perception shift. Discovering how love can transform our view of the world and ourselves. Love has the power to radically change our perception of the world and of ourselves. When we live from love, we see reality through a different lens, a lens of compassion, understanding, and connection. Love allows us to seeing the beauty in everything. Love opens our eyes to the inherent beauty of life, even in the midst of challenges and difficulties. It helps us appreciate the wonder of nature, human goodness, and the interconnectedness of all things. Transcend fear and separation. Love dissolves the fear and separation that keep us trapped in limiting patterns of thought and behavior. It allows us to see beyond superficial differences and recognize the shared humanity that unites us all. Cultivate gratitude. Love fills us with gratitude for the blessings in our lives, big and small. Gratitude helps us to appreciate the present and to live with greater fullness and joy. Develop empathy. Love allows us to put ourselves in the other person's shoes and understand their perspective, even if it is different from our own. Empathy helps us build deeper, more meaningful relationships. Finding meaning and purpose. Love gives us a sense of purpose and direction in life. It inspires us to live according to our deepest values and to contribute to the well-being of the world. Love as a catalyst for change. When we change our perception through love, we also change our reality. We become more open, compassionate, and connected to the world around us. This allows us to healing relationships. Love helps us heal past wounds and build healthier, more harmonious relationships. Overcoming conflicts. Love gives us the ability to resolve conflicts peacefully and constructively, seeking solutions that benefit everyone. Create a positive impact. Love inspires us to act with kindness and generosity, contributing to the well-being of our community and the planet. Living a fuller, more meaningful life. Love fills us with joy, inner peace, and a deep sense of connection to life. Creating a new reality. Learning to use love as a tool to manifest our dreams and create a more positive future. Love not only transforms our perception, but it also has the power to create a new reality. When we act from love, our actions and decisions align with our deepest values and the well-being of all beings. This allows us to manifest our dreams and contribute to the creation of a more positive future for ourselves and the world. Love as a tool for manifestation. Clarity of intention. Love helps us to clearly define our dreams and aspirations, to connect with our true essence and to set goals that are aligned with our deepest values. Creative energy. Love is a source of creative energy that drives us to act and materialize our dreams. When we act from love, we feel motivated, inspired, and full of vitality. Attraction of the positive. Love attracts more love. When we vibrate in the frequency of love, we attract people, situations, and opportunities into our lives that support us and help us grow. Overcoming obstacles. Love gives us the strength and resilience to overcome the obstacles that come our way to our dreams. It reminds us that we are capable of achieving anything we set our minds to, as long as we act from love. Creating a positive impact. Love inspires us to use our talents and resources to make a positive difference in the world. By manifesting our dreams from love, we contribute to creating a more just, compassionate, and sustainable future for all. The power of visualization. Visualization is a powerful tool that we can use to manifest our dreams from love. By vividly imagining our desired reality, we create an energetic template that draws that reality to us. To practice visualization. Find a quiet place. Sit or lie down in a comfortable place and close your eyes. Relax your body and mind. Take a deep breath and release any tension or worry. Visualize your dream. Imagine your dream in as much detail as possible. Visualize yourself living that reality, feeling the associated emotions, and experiencing the joy and satisfaction of having made it. Feel gratitude. Feel gratitude for your dream, as if it had already manifested. Thank the universe for its support and guidance. Let go and trust. Let go of any attachment to the outcome and trust that the universe will guide you towards the realization of your dream at the perfect time. Remember that manifesting from love requires patience, perseverance, and deep trust in the process. Do not be discouraged if your dreams do not materialize right away. Keep visualizing, acting with love, and keeping faith that the universe is conspiring in your favor. Chapter 6. Practices for cultivating love. Love is not something that just happens but requires constant cultivation and practice. In this chapter, we will explore various practices that help us nurture love in our lives, open our hearts, and connect with our true essence. These practices allow us to develop qualities such as compassion, gratitude, forgiveness, and generosity, which are critical to living a full and loving life. Meditation and mindfulness. Developing the ability to be present in the moment and cultivate inner peace. Meditation and mindfulness are age-old practices that help us quiet our minds, connect with our inner selves, and cultivate peace and serenity. Through conscious observation of our thoughts, emotions, and physical sensations, we learn to let go of attachment to the worries of the past and the anxieties of the future, and to live fully in the present. Regular meditation and mindfulness practice allows us to reduce stress and anxiety. By quieting the mind and cultivating inner peace, we can better manage stress and anxiety, improving our mental and emotional health. Increase concentration and mental clarity. Meditation helps us train our attention and improve our ability to concentrate, allowing us to be more productive and creative. Develop self-awareness. By observing our thoughts and emotions without judgment, we can better understand our mental and emotional patterns, and make more conscious decisions. Cultivate compassion. Meditation helps us open our hearts and develop greater compassion for ourselves and others. Connect with our essence. By quieting the mind and letting go of external distractions, we can access a deeper level of consciousness and connect with our true essence, which is love. There are many forms of meditation and mindfulness. Some common practices include seated meditation. Sitting in a comfortable posture, closing your eyes, and focusing your attention on your breath or a mantra. Mindful walking. Paying attention to the physical sensations of walking, the contact of the feet with the ground, the movement of the body and the environment around us. Yoga. Combining physical postures, mindful breathing, and meditation to cultivate harmony between body, mind, and spirit. Mindfulness in daily life. Bringing mindfulness to our everyday activities, such as eating, washing dishes, or driving, paying attention to the sensations and experiences of the present moment. Gratitude and appreciation. Learning to recognize and value the blessings in our lives. Gratitude is the ability to recognize and appreciate the good things we have in our lives. It is a feeling of thankfulness for the blessings we receive, both great and small. Gratitude connects us to the abundance of the universe and allows us to live with greater fullness and joy. When we practice gratitude, we shift our focus from what we lack to what we have. We realize the richness of our lives, even in the midst of challenges and difficulties. Gratitude helps us cultivate a positive attitude and appreciate the present. Some benefits of gratitude. Increased happiness and well-being. Gratitude is associated with increased happiness, life satisfaction, and emotional well-being. Improved relationships. Gratitude helps us appreciate the people in our lives and strengthen our bonds. Reduced stress and anxiety. Gratitude allows us to focus on the positive, which can reduce stress and anxiety. Greater resilience. Gratitude helps us face challenges with greater strength and optimism. Improved sleep. Gratitude can contribute to better rest and more restful sleep. Practices for cultivating gratitude. Gratitude journal. Write down 3 things you are grateful for each day. Verbal thanks. Express your gratitude to the people around you, telling them how much you appreciate and value them. Gratitude meditation. Take a few minutes each day to reflect on the things you are grateful for. Mindfulness. Pay attention to the small details in your life and appreciate the beauty and abundance that surrounds you. Service to others. Helping others is a powerful way to cultivate gratitude and recognize the blessings in your own life. Remember that gratitude is a daily practice. The more you grow it, the more present it will be in your life and the more benefits you will experience. Gratitude is an open door to love, joy, and connection with life. Forgiveness and liberation. Freedom from resentment and pain through forgiveness. Forgiveness is an act of deep compassion and love, both toward ourselves and others. It is the ability to let go of resentment, anger, and pain that bind us to the past, allowing us to move toward a freer and fuller life. Forgiveness does not mean forgetting or justifying the actions that have hurt us, but consciously choosing to free ourselves from the emotional burden that prevents us from healing and growing. It is an act of courage and self-love, which allows us to break the chains of the past and open ourselves to the possibility of a brighter future. Self-forgiveness. Often, we are our harshest critics. We judge ourselves harshly for our mistakes and cling to guilt and shame. Self-forgiveness is essential to cultivating self-love and self-compassion. It involves recognizing that we are human, that we all make mistakes, and that we deserve love and understanding, even in our most vulnerable moments. Forgiveness of others. Forgiving those who have hurt us can be challenging, especially when the wounds run deep. However, forgiveness is an act of liberation that allows us to let go of resentment and the desire for revenge and open ourselves to the possibility of healing and rebuilding our relationships. Forgiveness does not mean condoning the harmful actions of others, nor does it imply that we should continue to maintain toxic or abusive relationships. It is an internal process that allows us to free ourselves from the pain and suffering caused by these experiences and move towards a more peaceful and compassionate life. The path to forgiveness. Forgiveness is a personal journey that takes time, patience, and commitment. There is no magic formula or set time to forgive. Each person heals at their own pace and according to their own needs. Some tools that can facilitate the path to forgiveness are: empathy. Trying to understand the other person's perspective, recognizing that we all have our own struggles and challenges. Compassion. Offering ourselves and others the same kindness and understanding that we would give to a loved one who is suffering. Acceptance. Accepting that the past cannot be changed, but that we can choose how we respond to it in the present. Gratitude. Finding positives in experience, even in the midst of pain, and acknowledging the learning and growth we can gain from it. Liberation. Letting go of resentment and the desire for revenge and choosing to live in the present with peace and freedom. Forgiveness as an act of love. Forgiveness is a profound and transformative act of love. By forgiving, we free ourselves from the chains of the past and open ourselves to the possibility of living a fuller, happier life. Forgiveness allows us to heal our wounds, strengthen our relationships, and cultivate inner peace. Acts of kindness. Practice generosity and compassion toward others. Kindness is a tangible expression of love. They are those small and large gestures that we make to make the lives of others a little easier, more joyful, or more meaningful. Kindness does not require great sacrifices or unlimited resources. It can manifest itself in a kind smile, a word of encouragement, a gesture of help, or an act of selfless generosity. The practice of kindness allows us to connect with others. Kindness creates bridges between people, fostering empathy, understanding, and solidarity. Cultivate compassion. By acting kindly, we develop our ability to feel the pain of others and to desire to alleviate their suffering. Generate a positive impact. Every act of kindness, no matter how small, has a multiplier effect. It can inspire others to act kindly and create a virtuous circle of love and compassion. Experiencing joy and satisfaction. Kindness fills us with joy and satisfaction, knowing that we have contributed to someone else's well-being. Strengthen our connection to love. Kindness is a direct expression of love in action. By practicing it, we align with our true nature and experience greater fulfillment and inner peace. Ideas for practicing kindness. Smile and greet the people you pass on the road. Offering help to someone in need. Listen carefully and empathetically to a friend or family member who is going through a difficult time. To give someone a sincere compliment. Donate your time or resources to a cause you are passionate about. Practice generosity, sharing what you have with others. Be kind to animals and nature. Forgiving someone who has hurt you. Cultivate gratitude for the blessings in your life. Remember that kindness does not have to be great or expensive. Small acts of love and compassion can have a profound impact on the lives of others and your own. Chapter 7. Love in Action. Love is not just a theory or an abstract concept. It is a living force that expresses itself through our daily actions and decisions. In this chapter, we will explore how we can put love into practice, integrating it into our daily lives and creating a positive impact on the world around us. Living love on a day-to-day basis, integrating love into our daily actions, from small interactions to important decisions. Love is not just about grand gestures or romantic statements. It is about the little things we do every day, how we treat others, how we talk to ourselves, and how we relate to the world around us. Living love on a daily basis involves: be kind and considerate. Treat all people with respect and kindness, even those we find difficult or challenging. Practice active listening. Pay genuine attention to what others have to say, without judging or interrupting. Express gratitude. Thank people for their presence in our lives and for the things they do for us. Offer help and support. Be willing to help others, whether it is with a kind word, a gesture of support, or a concrete action. Forgive and let go. To free ourselves from resentment, choosing forgiveness and compassion. Take care of ourselves. Prioritize our physical, emotional, and spiritual well-being, so that we can give the best of ourselves to others. Make conscious choices. Consider the impact of our actions on others and the planet, choosing choices that promote collective well-being. Inspire others. Be an example of love and compassion in the world, infecting others with our positive attitude. Our actions speak louder than our words. When we live love in our daily lives, we become an example to others. Our positive and compassionate attitude can inspire others to do the same, creating a ripple effect of love and kindness. Inspiring others involves: be authentic. Live according to our values and principles, without pretending to be someone we are not. Sharing our light. Expressing our joy, gratitude, and love openly and generously. Support and encourage others. Celebrate the successes of others and offer support during difficult times. Be an agent of change. Act with courage and determination to create a more just and compassionate world. Lead by example. Demonstrate through our actions that love is the most powerful force in the universe. Create a legacy of love. Leave a positive impact on the world through our actions and our example. Love is not limited to the present. It transcends time and space, leaving a lasting mark on the world. Creating a legacy of love involves living in such a way that our actions and examples inspire and benefit future generations. The legacy of love can manifest itself in several ways. Contributions to society. Through our work, our creations, or our activism, we can leave a positive impact on the world that lasts beyond our lifetime. Meaningful relationships. The relationships we cultivate with our loved ones, based on love and respect, can leave a deep mark on their lives and be passed on to future generations. Teachings and values. Sharing our knowledge, wisdom, and values with others, especially younger generations, can help create a more conscious and compassionate world. Caring for the planet. Acting responsibly towards the environment, ensuring that future generations can enjoy a healthy and sustainable planet. Inspiration and example. Living an authentic and loving life, being an example of integrity, compassion, and service to others. Creating a legacy of love does not require great deeds or public recognition. It is about living each day with intention, choosing love in our actions and decisions, and leaving a positive imprint on the world around us. Conclusion. We have come to the end of this journey through love. Throughout these chapters, we have explored the true meaning of love, its transformative power, and how we can cultivate it in our lives and in the world. Now is the time to put into practice what you have learned. I invite you to commit to the path of love, to choose it every day in your thoughts, words, and actions. Remember that love is the most powerful force in the universe, capable of healing, uniting, and transforming. By embracing love, we not only create a fuller and more meaningful life for ourselves, but we also contribute to the creation of a more just, compassionate, and sustainable world for all. Thank you for joining me on this journey. May love be your guide and your inspiration every step of the way. Epilogue. Love is the way. It is the compass that guides us to our true essence, to deep connection with ourselves, with others, and with the world around us. Throughout this manual, we have explored the multiple dimensions of love, from self-love to universal love. We have discovered its transformative power to heal wounds, change perceptions, and create a more just and compassionate reality. Now, I invite you to put these teachings into practice. May love be your guide in every decision, in every interaction, in every step you take. Remember that love is not a destination, but a journey. It is a continuous process of learning, growing, and expanding our consciousness. At times, the path can be challenging, but the reward is immense, a life full of meaning, connection, and inner peace. Do not underestimate the power of your actions. Every act of love, no matter how small, has an impact on the world. By choosing love in your life, you become an agent of change, contributing to the creation of a brighter future for all. May this manual be a source of inspiration and guide on your path to love. May it remind you that love is the answer, always. With love and gratitude. Gemini Advance and Robert Velasquez.